So this morning I'm filming myself for added immersion, I think. You know, there's normally a rosy idea in my head that the trip to Driftland, when we're leading up to it, is going to be fun, like the sort of summer holiday fun that Cliff Richard would have, and me and John will be singing power ballads to each other on the way up. But at like 4 AM, with an hour and a half to go to actually get to the workshop to start the journey, kind of feels about as much fun as being kicked in the shins and then pushed into a ball pit with an infected needle hidden in it. Not gonna lie.
We only get one life like this.
Nightmare. It's 4:30 in the morning. There's nowhere on my route that actually sells coffee, and I need coffee. Wild Bean Cafe, full of promises. Asked for a coffee machine's broken, mate. Sadness.
When you hear
5:30 in the morning. John! Oh, John! It's right, we're on a private road.
So I won't hold back, and you should know that.
Oh look, we're back in the north.
It's never gone.
Fucking road rage.
Oh, road rage.
Against that guy.
That guy's a fuck that guy.
So we're currently patting ourselves on the back quite a bit because it's 10:10 and we're about 10 miles off being halfway to Driftland. When we wanted to get there for 3, probably going to get there for 2ish, maybe half 2.
Probably 3 by the time we stop.
Yeah, we're going to stick around a bit. But what we want to know is Chivers going to be there before everybody still? Nathan Chivers, whereabouts are you?
Are we in front?
Or behind. Never know. We might have passed you. We might have
never
just
know.
driven past Weatherby Services.
We're just literally.
Potentially.
There's a bit of road here. No one knows.
Really horrible one-more. It's back. It's safe.
What's back? Oh, weaving.
Trailer. We were dying for a split second. No, we're not. What is this doing?
Even better update. He's actually falling asleep. His phone's ringing, you can't hear it. It's like a baby. It's like one of the babies that as soon as they lay down, they close their eyes, they're asleep straight away. So I'm going to wake him up in a second with the air horns. So I'm just going to try and multitask here. And yes, I'm driving. Don't really care. So I'm just going to blow it up a little bit. See if we can see his face. Ready?
So there was a bit of an issue.
This is the second time I've got wet in the van today.
John's basically trying to get his crotch wet still, although now it's wet and sticky.
No, I'm wet and fucking
Well, wet, sticky,
lemony fresh.
wet, sticky with a happy rag, and we nearly rear-ended somebody at the same time. So it sounds like an all-round success. Petrol colonics. Petrol colonics are worse. John tested this at the last round we were at, and he
Wasn't even around.
wasn't it not a round?
No, it was exclusive JDM.
Oh, yeah, we were at a car show and John just decided to insert himself with some raw petrol. Apparently, it itches and then it starts burning and then you need to have a quick change. Who knew?
Got me to forget the time I lost with no regrets.
My only regret of the journey so far is that we just passed a sign for a place. It looked like quite nice. I think it was a brown sign, so it's obviously a place of interest. Titled Cockburn's Mouth. Wish I'd been filming. Don't like bridges. You don't look like you're paying enough attention. I think you should pay more attention. I mean, really, this is what success looks like. We beat Chivers to the track for the first time ever. Really failing today. I mean, so far I've just taken multiple photos of myself rather than actually recording a video. I struggle to work out how to put on a sticky wristband, which probably a 2-year-old could do. And we're out for practice in 15 minutes. Yeah, we seem to have 2 rights rather than a right and a left for the rear, so we're just waiting for them to be changed and we'll get buttoned up and head out. Catch you in a bit. So yeah, I just recorded a load of talking stuff after first practice, but I put it on an Instagram story, so it's a portrait mode. So this next clip, yeah, it's not being me and numpty. Jesus Christ, I'm really struggling today. Probably needed more than sleep than I actually got. But anyway, next clip, portrait mode. So we just got back from first practice. Bit quiet this morning because not many people have got their cars out, but so far all good. We've been running on a harder compound tyre for practice just so we can get some more seat time in. So rather than coming on and off track a lot to change tyres, burn through all my spare rubber that I'd need for battles, if we get through to battles on Sunday, we thought we'd try some harder treadwear tyres. And it's been quite interesting because what it's actually done is, normally the tyres I run, the Velinos, they are so grippy, it is like God is pushing you forward. They're absolutely phenomenal, without a shadow of doubt, the best tyre. What running on a harder compound has done has allowed me to, I don't know, kind of test the limits of the mechanical grip of the car. So whereas normally I am 100% flat out because the Velinos require it, and that's what makes you go a million miles an hour backwards into every corner, what I found in this practice is I'm actually just towing it a little bit, so 3/4 throttle for most of the tracks, playing around a little. And it's impressive to see the mechanical grip that JD Motorsport put into it, because I'd ease off a bit and less grippy tyres, you get a bit of side wash. But then when I was giving the throttle a little squirt, I was immediately like kind of torpedoing forward again. So that's good because it proves the mechanical grip of the car as well. So a lot of it is set up as well as the tyres. So we're going to do next practice session probably half and half. So I'll run the hard compound to start off with just to get some more laps in. And then we'll switch over to the Velinos and start doing some sick backies and wheelies again, because that's really where we're at. But hopefully this morning session has just got me a bit more time in the car, which is what we've been hunting for. And we'll go from there. Try and stick it in the gravel, eh?
I'm a murderer.
it's gonna be a sick clip.
Well, Kiwi's being sensible and trying to get ready to go back out drifting again. What we're deciding to do is to see if Paige can serve up an Oreo, a double stuffed one of that, I think, and if I can then kick it into John's mouth. So.
He's like, fuck, I didn't actually. I don't want to go yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this gonna work?
Probably not.
Oh! Yes! That was so close!
It literally broke over your face.
You made a mistake.
So what just happened, that was a bit weird. Second run out of practice, we were following a car into the first corner. It was a bit out of shape, but then randomly after clip 3, I thought it hit the gravel and showered us in it. But I think his coolant exploded. So we basically got covered in coolant and the track went very slippery. So I thought I'd come off and double check things, just make sure we're all okay. Clean off the windows, stuff like that. And we're about to go out again in a minute. I'm documenting how difficult pit life is. Looks hard.
Neil Kiwi struggling.
Yeah. The happy side. The unhappy side. Makes a change, eh?
Really bright.
Cause if you're falling for me, just be one. If you're falling for me, I'm not the one to mess around.
Oh, beer, sir.
Not a few. I don't know what it might have had put in it. So there's now drift games in the evening and I can't hold my phone. Basically, I think Kiwi's going to be out next and doing some sort of skidding through cones, parking, drift line. Should be good fun. No, there is white wine.
But not red
You've seen
wine.
the story then.
She asked for red wine though.
Yeah, but she got white.
John. It looks like Ollie still got on.
Yeah.
What we have out here is we have a black PS on the start line.
What?
So I can say whatever I like.
Basically what we have here is a load of people that aren't worried about writing their cards off before tomorrow.
Hold up. Me don't tell them I'm all on top. Hold up. Me don't tell them I know long talk. Action over words, you understand? Place and lift up like Barclays when the young dog and fuck.
It's a little bit smoky. So it's about 8 AM pro day. John is mechanicking some bacon sandwiches whilst in the middle of changing wheels. I'm about to head up and do driver briefing, see what we've got going on today.
Right way. So yeah, sunbagging is just a bit of a big move really.
time to start firing up. What John normally does as well, just before we go out, we'll get it up in the air, and then he'll click and run through all the gears just to make sure we've warmed the transmission up, warmed the diff up. So when we go out and give it def straight away, it's not going to get a little bit of a hissy fit and brake, hopefully. So the FPS difference of my phone camera to the wheel makes it look like the wheel's basically just turning, but it's up to about 4th gear already. How weird. So 2 practice laps down, basically this is what it comes back to. Somebody caught fire on track, so we thought rather than sit, 3? Oh yeah, I forgot one. Yeah, 3 practice laps down. Not crashing is going to my head at the moment. Yeah, so basically we've come back to check tyres. Because somebody had caught fire on track, they're taking a while cleaning the track off, so rather than sitting sweating in the car, we thought we'd come back, download our drift bit data, see where we're at. I know that my entries I'm not getting right at the moment, which I'm not happy about. The line after that's okay, but because I'm messing up the entries, I need to sort that out. Because as we've seen time and time again, drifting is basically one shot. So if you mess it up when it's actually the time to do, then you're going home. So it's time to work on entries once the track's clear again. So we've just been out for another couple of practice runs. Somebody caught fire, so there's oil and sand on one part of the track where you're meant to be slowing down. And then before our first practice run was good, we pushed deeper into the clip and got all the A-line clipping points. Touched the wander bit at clip 3, so I need to get out of the habit of doing that. But then the next run, seemingly a river started from the end of the wall across clip 1. I didn't see it, but unfortunately nobody could get hold of me in time. The 2 cars before us binned it straight off because of the water and went straight in the gravel and up the bank. I managed to just about get through it, a bit twitchy, but then 2 cars behind us both wrote each other off into the bank as well. So hopefully the water dries up a bit and we can get some consistent runs in for the end of practice. Oh, get it. Props to these guys working their asses off. We're here admiring the new track layout with a brand new clipping point.
Oh, look, Luke's modelling on the floor down here.
Yeah. He's,
It's yeah.
have you ever? Oh, we're just doing something.
Jim Carner. Way better. Just fucking Jim Carner it.
Really?
We only get one life like this.
Back from the 2 practice runs we were allowed before qualifying, and something was a bit up with the car. Understeered on first initiation and nearly span on my second run, so thought something might be up. Just checking it over, checked the nitrous bottle weight, and it seems that the nitrous might have leaked out overnight. So we actually run out of nitrous pretty soon, which has led to a kind of complete lack of response, which is probably why I was sucking, to be honest. So we've got about 1 minute to finish getting the car ready. That's just refueling it at the moment, putting an extra few litres of fuel in, and we're going to go out and do 2 quality runs, and hopefully we can make it count. So catch you in a bit.
Now we have this fantastic looking
love this
car.
I just
Look
love
how
this
good
car.
it looks.
It's just so cool. Like,
It is.
It's just a cool car. Yeah.
And he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
and there's
he
a
is.
cool team. And
there's a
everything
cool
about it
pit
is
area,
cool.
yeah.
We love
if
it
you
all.
want cool, just go to Ollie Sicko's pit area.
And look, he has got, yeah, he is really on fire, having a few problems in practice this morning with a few bits and pieces. But wow, look at this run. I think it was slightly shallow on clip 3, but the rest of the run,
That's not a bad run
it
at all.
just looks absolutely magnificent. There we go, Ollie Silcock, ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by Motol, JD Motorsport Engineering, and Batlist Valdino.
Even his picture's cool. Do you know what I mean? Like Ollie's just a cool guy. That's it. That's what I've learned this weekend.
An 83.83 puts him in 7th position. I think he can improve on that, and I think he knows he can.
Just got back from our first lap. We got an 83.37, which at the time when we were about halfway down the grid was P7. However, coming off track to queue up for our second qualifying run, it's just started raining. Oh dear. Not much we're going to change on the setup. Just going to try and drive around it, so we'll see how this goes. Fingers crossed.
What Ollie Silcock does, he looks angry and nice. Wow, not too close to the wall, but puts him on a very nice line through clips 2 and 3. This is he was better in 3 on there. He comes down the hill into clip 4, slightly shallow on clip 4, nice and deep. Oh, I think it was a little bit shallow actually. Sorry, on clip 5 and clip 6, but nice and deep into clip 7 as he makes it all the way back out to the wall in a cloud of smoke. Does improve slightly, 85.33 puts him in 17th position.
Right, qualifying run number 2 done. Most of the run felt good, but I know I was off clip 1, so we made up a few points in the qualifying. Didn't do as well as I could have done if I'd got probably about half a foot metre further across the track. So now it's time to keep our fingers crossed that other people don't up our scores and push us off the bottom. But last time I checked and the scores are updated, we're in 17th place, so within the top 24. So for the next few minutes, we're just going to be keeping our fingers crossed and getting ready to do some battles, hopefully. Good news, everybody. We got through qualifying, so that means we're into the battles, which is the whole reason we're here. First up, we've got Archie Sugarhamer, who's another one of these young superstars. He's an awesome driver, very, very consistent, good line driver. So we'll see how we go. I'll try not to get myself caught up. We're going to be chasing first, and then it'll switch around and we'll lead. So let's see how this battle goes. Should be sick.
Next up, we have the very young Archie Harmer versus the very sleek Ollie Silcock.
Coolest man at BDC. Word on the street. He was telling me that. I don't know now.
Well, he definitely will say that.
Definitely will say that, yeah.
There we go, Archie Harmer to lead. Ollie Silcock to chase.
Pulling a bit of a gap already.
He is pulling a little bit of a gap, but he's on a fantastic line. And Ollie now starting to reel him in as they come through clip 3 and down the hill. Come through, and a nice and wide line from Archie Harmer. Ollie Silcock, I thought he was going to make a dive. He makes a dive now. Will he make it through transition? A lovely transition with loads of angle. And now glued to the side of Archie Harmer's door as they come around the last corner.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good chase, but a very good lead by Archie.
Yeah, really good lead by Archie Harmer. And yeah, Ollie Silcock taking advantage of that in the later part. I mean, he had good proximity throughout, but at the end he just closed that gap. I thought I was going to see a little bit of a bigger dive from him on that first hairpin. He just gave him, Archie.
Just gave Archie a little bit of room because he might have been expecting him to be so fast, Mike. He was, it's a slower car. Archie on the other side there, like, So yeah, a slight advantage to Ollie and power bar after the first run.
There we go, Archie Harmer just realised what is going on.
Not 100% sure.
There we go.
Now we're in position.
Now we're lined up.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
Slight advantage to Ollie Silcock now going in to the second part of this battle. Ollie Silcock to lead. And there's a big gap now.
Yeah.
Ollie Silcock pulling away from Archie Harmer. A little bit of a shallow line from Ollie Silcock because he completely misses clip 3. He's really going to get marked down for that. Archie Harmer really struggling to keep up with him, but Ollie Silcock cut the track a lot
there as well.
Yeah, this is very wild from Ollie Silcock, but it's not what we want to see, unfortunately. And he is going to be bleeding points.
So
and it's a one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. We've got Archie Harmer versus Ollie Silcock.
So yeah, Ollie has the power, he pulled the gap, he just needs to not cut the track. He needs to stick on that qualifying line. And Archie, hopefully, when he was in changing tyres, he'd have to find a bit of pace.
Yeah, Archie Harmer.
Archie, oh yeah, he's telling me he's okay. It's grand, Mike. I got this. Don't worry about it.
I have found some.
Score a 0.
He's going to score a 0. Thanks, Brad.
He's not. Archie Harmer has he found a
Lovely
little bit of pace
along the wall.
Yeah, beautiful line there. But Ollie Silcock climbing on the door of Archie Harmer, taking full advantage of that lovely line as they come down into the hairpin. Can he make a big dive? Not quite. Maybe
Archie
make a dive now. He's going to make a dive now as they come through. Archie Harmer on a lovely line. Ollie Silcock glued to the rear corner now as they come round the final corner.
Wow.
That was a much better battle.
That was a brilliant lead run, but a very, very good chase run as well. Yeah. Archie was like pinpoint perfect nearly the whole way around there, but
Ollie Silcock not
he
making
just made it
mistakes.
easy for Ollie, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really did. So we want to switch them around now.
Here we go. Are you ready? We are both ready, and off we go. Ollie Silcock to lead, Archie Harmer to chase as they come in over the brow of the hill, and look at the gap. Ollie Silcock has pulled already. Archie Harmer not having any answers for him whatsoever. He's not even drifting half the track.
What he needs to do.
Ollie Silcock now just miles and miles
showing
ahead.
The pace that PS13.
Yeah, Archie Harmer's given up. He's just driving around the rest of the track. He knows
he might as well just do chase camera there and maybe make it.
He just doesn't have the pace for Ollie Silcock.
As we thought, Ollie gets the win.
Ollie Silcock taking the win, ladies and gentlemen. Archie Harmer unfortunately just didn't quite have the pace to keep up.
So we got through the battle after one more time. I basically sucked on my first lead run, but next time round we got it right. Driving the car hard though, and it got a little bit hot, so I hit boost cut on the final transition. So we're just checking things over in the engine. Well, I say we. John's checking things over in the engine bay. Oil temps are on a little bit hot, so we're just putting a splash more in, and then we're about to go out against Stefan Stefanov in his crazy 2JS13. So we'll see how that goes. But on to the next one, through top 32.
Here
Ollie
we have
Silcock's photo every time he gets me. Every time I just laugh.
Stefan Stefanov looks like you're taking a photo now.
Yeah. Oh, he looks like whoever's taking a photo frightened him. That's what I'm sure.
What now? Oh yes, now it's been taken. Okay, let's go on with it. So Stefan Stefanov has got some pace. Ollie Silcock needs to turn his nitrous up to absolute full.
To the moon.
I think to keep up with Stefan Stefanov, he has got some pace. But we've seen some good pace from Ollie Silcock in the past. And I didn't even most dig it.
No.
Some of those guys there were very good.
Yeah, it was boys with shovels now, and I was like, I'm not even going to be embarrassed.
Anyway, they're off now. Stefan Stefanov to lead, Ollie Silcock to chase as they make an entry. Yeah, and as we suspected, Stefan Stefanov has called a 5-minute rule.
Well, bittersweet there. We were up in top 16 against Stefan Stefanov, who's an awesome driver. Someone that I was quite looking forward to battle, actually, because we've never actually got to battle each other. And when someone's good like that, you know that you can really send it 100% behind them. But unfortunately, on the run up to the initiation point for clip 1, his car just shut down and I nearly went straight into the back of him. So we pulled off track, and he'd had to call a 5-minute rule because he had a drive shaft go. Unfortunately, he failed the 5-minute rule, so that's given us the win for that battle, and we're straight through to the top 8 now, which don't like to win a battle like that, but it's great for positioning in the championship, so we'll take that. Put some fresh tyres on and head back out to do top 8 battles, but I'm not even sure who we're up against, so that'll be a nice surprise in a bit.
Okay, up next we have Callum Marshall versus Ollie Silcock. Both these are two very, very similar cars. These are extremely similar cars.
Very similar cars. Very two fast cars as well. I know it's still a fresh build for Callum, and I think lap by lap he's learning it, but man, he's impressed me. Straight out, he's impressed me.
We're
today.
a few laps in now, and Ollie Silcock, Ollie Silcock's got very far in competition at the minute. And throw it into the first corner. Callum Marshall on a lovely lead line. Ollie Silcock just running a little bit wide there. He's going to have to make the dive now as they come through into the first hairpin. Callum Marshall on a nice wide line. Ollie Silcock needs to just make that final dive around this last corner to make up some proximity. He's not too far behind as they come over the last.
Played catch up, but maybe it might have been too late.
Callum Marshall right on the door of Ollie Silcock. Ollie Silcock having a very slight advantage from that run, as you usually do from being in the chase position. And now we lead in, and a big flick entry from Ollie Silcock, but he's in the wrong part of the track, unfortunately, for clip one. Callum Marshall is a little bit behind now as they come down into the first hairpin. Ollie Silcock just cutting the track ever so slightly again, and a big flick now into the last corner, but Callum Marshall nowhere to be seen as Ollie Silcock drives away over the line.
Yeah, great look at Ollie. Look even how he sits out of his car.
Ollie Silcock takes the win, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are back for the final of 4. And what a battle we've got. Dwayne McKeever versus Ollie Silcock.
This is going to be close. Ollie's a fast car, and as the day's gone on, he's like kind of went, oh yeah, this is what we're doing, and he's progressing, kind of woke up really. So he's a big challenge ahead of him with Dwayne. He's top qualifier, he's the fastest out there, and he is the man to beat today.
Can we see a little bit of upset? Ollie Silcock taking on
if Ollie
Dwayne
Silcock beats Dwayne McKeever, that's just going to be like the greatest day ever. To see Dwayne warming them tyres.
Warming the tyres and scrubbing the front tyres in as well.
I believe it or not, it's not his first competition. He does this fairly often.
Yeah, he has once or twice. I've noticed.
Yeah, he kind of knows how it runs a bit. Just look at that PS13. Like, I love that car. Like, definitely one of the coolest cars in the grid.
Yeah, it does look very, very good, doesn't it? Well, let's see how well it goes against Dwayne McKeever. It'll be McKeever to lead, Ollie Silcock to chase. Ollie Silcock is going to have to really put the hammer down.
Yeah, he's going to have to be with Dwayne from the minute that our starting marshal gives him the signal, because that 180 is going to be gone. He'll be around that first corner before you know where he is.
There we go. Ollie ready, Dwayne ready, and off they go. Dwayne to lead, Ollie Silcock to chase as they come in. Look at the
separation already.
Dwayne McKeever, look how fast that car is. Ollie Silcock desperately trying to gain some momentum. No, he does look like he's gaining some proximity now on Dwayne McKeever as they come down the hill. Ollie Silcock now trying to make a dive on the side of Dwayne McKeever's door. There's a little bit of, he's got lost in the smoke a little bit, and a little bit of a...
Once Dwayne lays the power down, that car just goes, and unfortunately for Ollie, he was just sitting in a cloud. He just couldn't even see where he was. He didn't know if he's in Driftland anymore.
I thought Ollie was going to make another dive on the side of Dwayne McKeever's door, but just didn't quite have the pace. Dwayne McKeever, that car is so fast.
So fast. It's ridiculously fast, it is, like.
Oh, Dwayne, you're on the wrong side, mate. You've already led once.
Can I lead again? I lead again.
You can't lead twice. You can't lead twice.
So as we switched him around, get ready to go. Ollie knows he has his work cut out for him here. He needs to pray to the drift gods.
But they do exist.
They do exist, oh yeah.
They do exist. Going big puff of smoke from Ollie Silcock as he leads in. Dwayne McKeever.
Oh, Dwayne is stuck to him.
Look at the entry from Ollie Silcock. Look how awesome that is.
Yes, Ollie.
Dwayne McKeever diving onto the rear quarter. But what a lead line from Ollie Silcock. Dwayne McKeever now climbing back onto the side, but we have seen him a little bit closer than this.
Oh.
Is he going to make another dive onto the side of Ollie Silcock's door? The transition absolutely lovely. But there you see Dwayne McKeever.
Do you know what?
So close to Ollie Silcock as they
probably
come
one of
line.
the best runs Ollie Silcock has done this weekend, right there, and he knew he had to put it all. That's it.
The pressure of, he obviously works well under pressure.
Yeah. Dwayne McKeever brings the best out in everyone, because you know when you're going up against one of the best, you have to give it everything.
He definitely did. Like, you see Dwayne McKeever just catching his spoiler on the end of his lead run there. Just a second. Lovely line of Ollie Silcock. Dwayne McKeever. It's taking forward. Just look at this transition. The snap on both of the cars.
They nearly transition exactly at the same time. Like, it's just perfect.
I'd have thought I'd have seen Dwayne a little bit closer to Ollie than that, but I think the writing is on the wall, and it is. The winner is Dwayne McKeever, going into the final here at Driftland. And Ollie Silcock will be going into the 3rd and 4th position at playoff. Well, his day is not over yet.
No, I'm excited to see him there now because he still has one more chance to fight for the podium. And after a run like that, I'm sure he's going to be very confident.
We are back for the 3rd and 4th place playoff, and what a battle we have here. Ross Barr versus Ollie Silcock, and they look two very confident men in their profile pictures.
Yeah. Dashing would be the word I'd use.
I would describe dashing.
I would describe him as dashing.
That's a good word. That is a good word.
Oh, we're excited for this one. But I don't know what, Mike. I have a feeling the PS13 is going to win it.
Well, we'll soon find out. They're off. Ross Barr.
Oh my God!
Look at the entry. I don't know, we're stuck for things to say now.
My chair's on the floor. I need to pick it up.
Right now, as they come through the first hairpin, Ross Barr in a nice wide line, and Ollie Silcock trying to get on the rear quarter of Ross Barr as they come through. That.
Woo! Right. Take a minute.
Okay, are you okay? I thought
he just went like 90 degrees to the wall, like done. What a man! What a man! And I didn't even think Ollie Silcock was like, what? Did he just? And he's, oh shit, I'm in a battle, let's keep going, you know, and they start following him. That was incredible entry from Ross Barr. Okay, he maybe missed a bit shy on clip 2 and 3, but in my eyes it was worth it. I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the
chase. Those are the entries that we saw in practice on Saturday. So let's go. We've got Ollie Silcock to lead. Ross Barr. Is Ross Barr going to put it on the door of Ollie Silcock? They do. They enter together. Look at the angle as they come around the first corner. And Ross Barr a little bit right on the side of Ollie Silcock's cars that come through the first hairpin. They are. Look how close. Ross Barr is to the back of Ollie Silcock's car. They come through the second corner. Only a tiny bit of separation now, but not very much as they come over the finish line.
Ollie Silcock, run after run after run, improving. And do you know what? He equally did as cool an entry there as Ross Barr. That was savage.
Yummy! Wow, fuck! What is up with this journey?
I don't know, but I actually can't feel the road.
There isn't a road, it's a river.
I might. Do I turn this wrong?
Drifting!
I'm gonna.
Yeah, well, it's now 3 minutes to 1. What's our ETA? At yours?
4:20.
Then I get to go back from JDME back to Essex, so that's going to be a laugh.
Half past tomorrow, that's what time you're getting home.
Still, what better way to finish a weekend than hours and hours of this? Our saga continues. We had a nice romantic sunrise that we didn't see because it's now daylight again, so it's kind of cool that we've gone from daylight to drive through the night to daylight again. But car's back at JDME, just got to unload some stuff, and then I've got another hour and a half to go home. Sick team. Drifting! 25 hours later, our pro day for BDC Round 2 is complete. Nighty night.